Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the 18th race in the 2021 NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series. We have 4 races left in the 2021 season, and I am joined by Vince Freeze here in the state of Georgia.
It's the final 4, hot Atlanta, slick tires, fall off, multi-groove racing. Charles Sanford looking for his 10th win on the season in both the Trucks and Digital Storm Cup Series. And can Baranauskas and Rogers hold off the fight from the Downey and Ellison? We'll find out today here at Atlanta. Back to you on the pre-race grid.
This is Sanford's 3rd pole on the season, joining Baranauskas and Ellison at 3 apiece. The record in the Jerky Pro Truck Series for poles in a season is 3, done by Jonathan Zorlin in 2018 and done by Bradley Ream in 2020 last season. We'll see if any of those 3 drivers can break that in the final 3 races. Other records to go over that could be broken later. Baranauskas starts 2nd. She comes in 17 points back of Zach Rogers, having lost the points lead after a bad night at Bristol 2 weeks ago. Row 2, Sam Young and Allison Rains still looking for her first career Jerky Pro Truck Series win. Row 3, Nate Rogers and Nicholas Jowett. Nate's got 2 wins on the season down here in Jerky Pro. Row 4, Gatlin Downey and Zach Rogers. Your points leader, Downey, is 86 points back, over a race behind, but still in striking distance at this time. And in row 5 is Delon Ibrahimian and Brad Lewis. As I will go through the rest of the starting lineup, Vince will go over our past race winners and a couple of race notes.
Yeah, we got 27 and 2018 Dylan Young, who'll be wink on the pole tomorrow for the Digital Storm Cup race. Henry Sanford, 2019, and James Ellison in 2020. All 3 lanes, like I said, it's multi-groove racing. The tire fall off is huge. We say 3 seconds. We'll take that with a grain of salt. Could be a little more. Most likely could be more, especially with the way these truckers go. And the fuel window, anywhere after lap 25, it's a one-stop race, 50 laps. Should be fun. Another thing to know about Atlanta, the undercut is powerful here. And you come in maybe a lap or 2 early. We've seen it last week, I think, at Darlington, the Cup Series, and other races, where if you get that undercut working nice, you can get out there about 3-4 seconds ahead. And that's all for me. Back to you, Zach. Should be a fun one.
Yes, indeed, and this is a track where we could just see another driver get their first career win. We saw Jack James surprise a lot of people 2 weeks ago at Bristol Dirt, getting his first career win in what is his, I believe, his 3rd season of competition. But nonetheless, sure to be an exciting race. Couple of records that could be broken today or tied today include top 5s on the season, both by Zach Rogers and Baranauskas. If they get top 5 number 8 today, they will be a new record holder.
Drivers, start your engines.
Another record on the docket is top 10s in a single season, which could be tied today by Baranauskas or James Ellison. The record is 11. A record that is not out of the realm of possibility, but I believe has a slim chance of being broken, is wins on the season, and that is 4 wins in a year, which Donovan Cage set last season. I don't foresee that record being broken, but we do have Charles Sanford, Nate Rogers in the field today looking for win number 3, and same thing goes for Baranauskas. To the points battle, though, Zach Rogers coming in with a 17-point gap over Baranauskas. Ellison, 56 back, right at the edge of that 1 race window. Downey, 86 back. Max Anderson, 110. And Yael Carrillo, 113. Those are the 6 drivers within a 2-race range. Jonathan Wong, 7th in the points, 134 back. Henry Sanford, 8th, 135. Donovan Cage, 154. And Gene Sanford, 159. Realistically, coming into this race, while there may be 15 drivers in range, I'd say it's down to about the top 4.
Here we go, baby. It's Atlanta. It's Charles Sanford. We're green flaggers.
And Ellison's wasted no time going 3 wide.
Yeah, but the tire's fresh. You got to make time now, especially with the tire wear being so critical here. And you see Baranauskas looking to hold off 2nd, as Downey for 3 wide, too.
You can run pretty much any lane here at Atlanta now. as the track is aged. And you will see each lane come and go. As Sam Young driving that 29 truck that Dylan Young took the victory lane twice here years ago. Sam looking for his first career Jerky Pro Truck Series win. See about 184 down the straightaway, down to about $165 mid-corner.
You see the inside line, especially off of exit there in turn 1. They're starting to lose a little grip. As looks like Abrahamian will back off the 4 wide. Oh, he's gonna send it.
Abrahamian's going to send the 4 wide. Look at Rain really making the top side work. Sam Young in the middle with Downey trying to keep it off of each other.
Ooh, close still.
Abrahamian's going to clip the apron there, but they will get out of the 4 wide situation there. The spectator camera will be great all day for showing us the runs these drivers get. As right now, Charles Sanford putting a bit of Michigan Auto Club magic on these guys, trying to maybe lead the entire race. But the race is on for this championship. You see Baranauskas currently leading out of the 3 main drivers, herself, Zach Rogers, and Ellison. Ellison right there side by side with the 39, trying to get by him so he can gain points as well, as Baranauskas and Rain look to challenge Sanford for the race lead.
Yeah, we know how much Rain experience. We've seen Rain and Sanford battles before. Just look last week at it was Darlington in the Cup Series race. And that strategy, it could come down to strategy. We'll see, though.
Ibrahimian looking for another good showing, as we saw back at Oswego. Nate Rogers also up here. Same with Henry Sanford, our 2019 winner. Still looking for his first win of the season. How about a pair of rookies, or a couple of rookies actually, at the front of the field right now? Nicholas Jawit, Laura Chung, and Brad Lewis. All just outside the top 10.
Early on in this race, it's like a tactic race. You don't have anything crazy going on right now in terms of crazy moves. It's really more calm, controlled chaos. You see a battle for the lead. I think Sanford's got that top side run, though.
Yes, indeed. I believe he does. As now Baranauskas finds herself side by side with Rain once again. Nate Rogers up to 4th place. Nate's last win came back at Richmond, which was a while ago. As they're starting to single it up a little bit up the front, Vince, I believe that's tire wear and the experience coming into effect. As you see Nate Rogers now looking for a lane down the quad oval. And he's going to go right up the middle of Baranauskas and Charles Sanford to look for this race lead.
Yeah, Baranauskas clipped the apron there, and I think that could cost her. Now, what does Rain do? Looks like she's going to tuck into the slipstream here. Battle second, challenge for second. No one can touch Sanford. He's got that control on this field so far.
Baranauskas getting a bit of a run there in the middle, ducks to the inside to avoid contact with the 9. As Zach Rogers comes up here looking to pass Baranauskas for position, looking to gain points in the championship. Nate Rogers still 3 wide. They're 3 wide behind them. Zach Rogers, Downing, and Ibrahimian. Ellison, Sam Young, Henry Sanford, they've been all able to keep it up here at the front. Just see a bit of a gap between the 87 and the 83. There's Donovan Cage, Vince, Carter Friesen trying to make their way forward. A lot of ways to move to the front here, Vince. You can pretty much go anywhere. Top, bottom, middle.
Yeah, crossovers is a good option, especially at this place. And another thing, too, is we don't talk a lot about this, but the draft here is important, especially early in the run. And Ellison, you see top of the board on the fastest lap. He has that draft probably coming into play.
And if you look on that board, you can see Donovan Cage 7th, Carrillo 8th, Jack James 9th, Friesen 10th. All running really fast times in the pack. RJ Bishop 3rd on the board. RJ currently sits near the back of the field. I know he had a bad qualifying run. And I cannot find him. He is in 28th.
Out for the lead.
Yeah,
Nope.
Nate Rogers up to second place, looking to challenge Charles Sanford. Zach Rogers right there on the outside line. So look at that, Vince. We've got all 4 of our main championship competitors right up here at the front. Does not leave any of them a lot of room to gain points on one another. And, you know, that's the kind of fighting we're going to see in these last 4 races. We go to, I believe it's Memphis next, or no, Papyrus next. Then Memphis, and then Chicagoland, the finale.
Yeah, you got that short track in there. You know what happens at a short track stays at a short track in this series, but it should be an interesting stretch run. As you see, it's like Rain and Rogers battling for second. Ironic.
At this point, you can just say Nate and Zach. As these front runners, the top 10, continue to gap 11th on back. As you see Donovan Cage, Gene Sanford, Friesen, and Carrillo, they're all over the rookies.
4 wide back there. I'd be careful.
As the 2 of Stephen Colon has lost the pack. Otherwise, everybody is still up here fighting for position. See Gene Sanford looking to the inside of Joweet. Gene in her first full-time season, but she practically ran almost the entire schedule last year. And she's been doing very well, 10th in the point standings. Donovan Cage found the way to the outside of Laura Chung. Could this be the move to get him by this bunch of rookies? He's got Carrillo and Friesen right there. Carrillo's actually going to look to his outside, but Cage will shut the door, and now they're going to go 4 wide. Nope, back to 3 wide. Gene Sanford thought better of it. Sam Young is starting to lose touch with the front pack. Same with Gatlin Downey and Henry Sanford. As everybody is still chasing Charles Sanford. Here on lap 14, tire wear Vince is at a 2.5 for some of these guys.
That's where we'll start losing people. Look at Downey and Ellison. Or not Ellison, he's still there, but Downey's definitely starting to drop off for sure. And these guys as well.
Donovan Cage and Carrillo clear Laura Chung. We'll see if they've got the speed or pace here to catch and pass some of the drivers inside the top 10. Laura Chung not giving up just yet, but it is a pack of hungry wolves behind the front runners. As there's a bit of 4 wide there with Enzo Nareza, Bradley Ream, Roy Ribbleton, and Patrick Smith. But they're able to make it work, Vince. You know, there's so much, you know, all the different lines and everything. They're just able to make it work. You see Patrick has to check up there in the quad oval.
He almost clipped the grass there.
Settles him back to 3 wide. Look at Jonathan Wong up here. Right in the middle of this mess. Just outside of the top 20. We'll go through the field here, kind of see where everybody's running. Deanna Jones, Colt Hudson, Max Anderson, and Jack James are back here struggling. They are just outside the top 30. Benjamin Ice, Lucas Catano. You see some of the rookie stragglers. Stephen Colon appears to potentially have damage or something. He is running times almost a second slower than our race leader.
Big angle right there. You see a lot of these trucks are dancing, man. The handling is going away. This is about halfway through the run. You would expect the handling to be gone. You see Rain, you nearly clipped the apron again there.
So Rain, Zach, and Nate Rogers, 3 wide for second. Baranauskas right there on the top. Ibrahimian in line and Ellison in line as Downey is side by side with Henry Sanford for 8th place. As Sam Young has lost their draft, and he is on the verge of being challenged for that position. Well, look at this, Vince. They are 3 wide behind Charles Sanford, but they are not losing any time.
The draft is key, and I think aero grip. A lot of these guys and gals are playing games today with the draft. You see a little side draft there from Nate to Zach, and I would stay in line here. Now, we talked about in many tracks how the leader cleans the track. The leader usually pits first. That could be an advantage to Sanford, and he's done this. I don't know how many times this year in Stroke Series, just pitting first and getting out ahead.
Still 3 wide battle for second. This battle has been raging now for a few laps, and you see Rain's able to throw it into the bottom every time, but she eventually loses some of that momentum, and she has to gain it back in the draft and then make the move again. She seems to be better mid-corner than the 39, as Nate will actually clear him for second place. Now Baranauskas will find herself on the top in a 3 wide situation, as Nate's going to go to the outside of Charles Sanford looking for the race lead.
This is our first challenge, and I think the streak is over. He won't lead every lap today. Nate Rogers at a point.
Oh, they don't get points, but he gets a lap led, that's for sure.
No, to the point, as in
Yeah,
to the lead.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Anyways, Charles fighting back there in the middle of the corner. Nate's going to get the run on the top side as Baranauskas clears Zach Rogers for third. That is big for the championship fight. Now, we mentioned the pit window. They can probably go 30 to 33 laps, but with a 50-lap race, you probably want to pit as soon as possible. But then, of course, there's the risk for cautions, as now it appears to be a 7-truck breakaway at the front, as Yael Carrillo has jumped into the top 10. Sanford's going to fend off Nate Rogers, as RJ Bishop has clawed his way up to 11th. He just came out of nowhere, Vince. He was in 28th, I think, like 15 laps ago.
I did notice him in the back. He was using that top side effective. You see like Laura Chun trying to do it there. That top side in the draft is really effective. And I think Sam Young's going to do the same thing here as we watch. Might need to take it on board, too, later on in this race, and we'll show you that.
Donovan Cage looked like he was going to be the one to challenge for 10th, but he has been relegated a few positions down the running order, as Carrillo really makes use of that top side. Friesen making use of the middle. But RJ, man, he has a truck on him today. As you see Brad Lewis starting to get absorbed into this pack. Max Anderson, Jack James trying to make their way forward still. You just got a swarm of rookies right here. As Sanford takes back the lead, fall off is almost at 3 seconds, Vince, and we're only on lap 24. As Rain and Baranauskas side by side for third. A reminder that if Zach Rogers or Baranauskas get a top 5 today, that is a new record for top 5s in a single season. And if Baranauskas and Ellison can finish in the top 10, they will tie the record set by Charles Sanford and Henry Sanford in 2017 and 2020, respectively, of 11 top 10s in a single season.
If Rain can get by Nate here, we'll see what happens. I think Rain definitely has the best truck on the mid-corner. But Sanford, man, he just knows how to block these aero runs, and he seems to be the best on the bottom compared to everyone else. You can stick it down there with that mechanical grip. As you see, he washes up a bit, but just blocking the air from the middle line. Very smart.
Speaking of Henry Sanford's record, so Henry got 11 top 10s in the first 20 races of the season last year, and then didn't get a single top 10 in the 7-race playoff stretch. So, you know, that tells you one thing. He probably would have, it looked like he was going to break it last year. And, you know, this season, of course, only a 22-race season, or 21-race season to last year's 27. So I think it is very possible that Baranauskas or Ellison could break the record, but at the same time, they could hit 11 and just get stuck in a rut.
Yeah, and with 3 races to go after this, it's crunch time. But we do usually see a championship contenders rise in those last 3 races. We'll see what you have to. You have to do something in the last 3. You're not going to win this championship. That's the pressure we'll talk about when we get to, especially Memphis, the second to last race, and then Chicagoland. So he's in it.
Ibrahimian challenging well again. He seems to do good at these kind of intermediate tracks with the tire wear, like we saw at Michigan. We saw when he won at Chicagoland last year. He just seems to excel at these types of tracks. But back to the top 10 thing really quickly, just looking at the other drivers who have a chance at tying or breaking that record. Zach Rogers comes in with 9 top 10s, and Henry Sandver might be down in the points, but he has 9 top 10s coming into this race as well. So those two drivers could potentially get to 13 top 10s if they get a top 10 in every race for the rest of the season. And of course, they could get easily to 12 if they get it in 3 of the 4. As Ibrahimian's actually going to pass Rain for second place.
This is Michigan 2.0. I think it was Baranauskas, Ibrahim, and I think it was the 33, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Same. This is Michigan 2. Now who wins the pit stop battle? I think Samper is going to come in first. The leader usually burns the most fuel, and it's probably the best strategy. Look at the corner, the mid-corner fall off speed from the beginning of the race to down to 140.
Yeah, and their fall off now is 4 seconds a lap, and you see it. They're bogging down so much now in 4th gear with the fall off that they're not even really getting any horsepower to kick in. Look, 140 there in 3 and 4, and you come off the corner, and it's really all about draft, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I think just Samper. Yeah, go for it.
Ellison is starting to fade just a bit, as is Zach Rogers. Henry Sanford's been by himself. Downey has now been caught, and he's got a swarm of drivers looking for a top 10 position. As Sam Young and Carrillo are looking to his outside, I think they are the favorites to take it, and that is the case. How about Jack James? Jack James has made his way forward. He is just about in the top 20 as we have pit stops and drivers door banging each other. Ellison and Nate Rogers were the first ones to pit.
Great move by the Hedrick duo.
As pit road's getting clogged really fast. Ton of drivers down. Donovan Cage, Sam Young. A lot of the guys in the back came to pit road. That's going to make things very interesting, Vince.
Sanford's coming, I think. Here they come.
The rest of the front runners will come to pit road this time by. So 30-31 laps. Now you got to wonder, is a busy pit road going to hurt some of these guys on top of the 4-second cliff? It was actually almost 4.3 seconds there.
Oh, boy, right in front of Sanford.
It looks like Nate Rogers is going to have the advantage here. Ellison's going to be about a few seconds back.
Chaos.
Everyone's going to get into their stalls just fine. See this pit lane 2 camera here will get us a very good shot. Where is the 9?
I think he's right there.
Yes, there he is.
I think the 9's going to be the leader.
Charles Sanford comes out with an amazing stop in front of Baranauskas. But the cliff is just too great. Nate Rogers to the point.
What happened to Ellison, though? That might have been a terrible stop for his. Now he's right there.
Yeah, they had a pretty tough stop. I'm not sure if it was the way he got in or what, but he is going to be chasing Charles here this entire run. Friesen up to 4th, Downey 5th, passing Baranauskas. Look at Ream, Cage, Chung. We saw a lot of people with the undercut there. That's really going to hurt Zach Rogers, as the 39 has lost a ton of time on pit road. We had a feeling it was going to happen with all the people that were on the pit lane. And it was the 39 who got hurt the most, as he now sits in 23rd place, but with fresher tires. But it's going to take some work here, as Baranauskas sits in 8th, being challenged for 8th by Laura Chung. Chung will take that position as we've got several drivers on pit road.
Even Cologne with an issue, I think.
Stephen Colon and Carter, or not Carter, Friesen.
Christian Vargas.
Christian Vargas. Cage is 3 wide for 5th place here with Downey and Ream. That's letting Chung, Baranauskas, and some others catch up. So up at the front, Nate has a 2.7 second lead over Charles Sanford. Make it 2.54. As Ellison, Friesen also closing the gap. What a run here for Friesen with the strategy call. Came into this race 14th in the points, right at the edge. Just looking to do something to gain points here. And while I don't think he has a chance at the championship, this might keep him in the conversation after this race. I'm trying to think of the number. And I believe it would be 177 points. Yes, indeed. 177. Coming into this race, only the top 11 are in range of that. Friesen would have to gain 32 points on Zach Rogers. Which I think he'd be right at the edge of that with where Rogers is on track right now.
Yeah, it'd be close, and he's got to pass Ellison. Ellison seems to. I think that's going to be a sign for things to come. That one lap extra fresh tires, you see Sanford's mowing Rogers down in front. Nate Rogers, that is.
Friesen's going to make a move on Ellison for third. That's not what Ellison wants at all. Ellison's like, hey, man, I'm the top of those three guys in the points right now. I need these 3 points. Friesen's racing for position.
Oh, boy, Christian Vargas just came out of the pits.
That's a 4-lap advantage, depending where he comes out. Oh, he's right.
There he
He's
is.
going to be right here with the leaders. That's going to make things really interesting. Meanwhile, at the front, Sanford continues to close in the gap. Vince, I think this is Charles Sanford's race to win. He is just flying. You know, the undercut, I think, was a good call by Nate, but I think just Charles had too good of a pit stop.
Nate have any draft help in front? Does he have a lapper? That's the only thing he's got. The windscreen came up. There we go. Yeah, he's just coming up. Nate would need some draft help right now, and I think he might get in front of the Smith.
Stephen Colon comes out of pit road. He's at the back of the pack, 5 laps down. So we take a look at some of the back burners here. A lot of rookies struggling today at Atlanta. Jonathan Wong, though, struggling unexpected. He is in 28th place. Deanna Jones. Gene Sanford lost a lot of time on pit road. As you see Zach Rogers passing teammate Enzo Nareza. That is for 19th, actually 18th place. He'll get the tire advantage there, and you can see he just pulls in the middle of the corner. So Rogers, I think, has a chance to get back towards the top 10, but I think it's going to be a little slim. Jack James, 16th. Ibrahimian fell to 15th there on those pit stops, Vince. How about Carrillo, Sam Young, RJ Bishop, Rain? Man, Rain lost a lot of time on pit stop. She's down to 10th. Bradley Ream, Laura Chungdo, undercuts looking good for them. Same for Donovan Cage. As Vargas is all over Carter Friesen's back bumper, pushing him past James
Fresh
Ellison.
tires. It's fresh tires, I think.
Well, of course it's fresh tires. He's going to blow Friesen's doors off right there.
And oh man, that Sanford's there. Oh.
If Charles can pass Nate and get the win, which I don't think passing him will be too difficult, but Charles Sanford gets this win, it would be his 3rd on the year in Jerky Pro, and it would tie Donovan Cage and Audra Baranauskas for 6 all-time, which is the most in series history. You know, for a long time, Charles Sanford held the record with 3 wins, which he got in the series. He got in 2018 his 3rd win. In 2017, he got 2 wins. And, you know, he started limiting his starts in 2019 because of Henry, and then in 2020 because of Gene. This year, he's been able to run more races with Logan, splitting time in the 33, and he has got 2 victory lane twice down here this year, and now he's looking to tie the mark at 6, as after all, nobody can leach starting next season. He's coming to...
This is
7 to go. Charles with the advantage. And he's going to take it in the corner, Vince.
Yeah, I was going to say this is an end of the era, right? I mean, I don't know. I think we touched on it in the silly season just a couple of races ago. But no more Leechers next year. Should be a different time in the Truck Series next year as well.
And of course, as we say Leechers, we mean Cup Series drivers running part-time down in trucks. If a Cup Series driver wants to run full-time in trucks but not running Cup at all, they can do that. Also, of course, the rule is if you're a rookie in the Truck Series, meaning you've never run a full season of trucks, you could run both Cup and trucks full-time. But I believe the list of drivers in Cup that have a ton of experience are very, very, very short list there of drivers that haven't run trucks at all. We saw Andrew Rich run trucks last year, and he did very well. But yeah, that is the way things are going to be moving forward. So Charles looking to go out on this year with a bang. I believe his only other start this season will be at Papyrus.
Next week.
Oh, no, 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, next race, though. Next race for sure.
Logan will finish off the season at Memphis and Chicagoland. 5 laps to go, Vince. He passed Nate. Nate's keeping up with the draft a little bit here. And Donovan Cage has made it up to 3rd, as Baranauskas has made it up here as well, passing James Ellison. That's not what Ellison wanted to see at all. And Baranauskas has a tire advantage on Donovan Cage, and she is going to move up to 3rd here.
That's gut-wrenching for Ellison. He's got to make something happen in 2 weeks with the Pirates now because, well, we know he's good at Memphis. We saw it last season, but he needs to do something now because I don't know. With Rogers falling back, this points battle, it might be close. We might have a new points lead. We'll see.
I believe with Zach Rogers running in 17th, Baranauskas would take back the points lead with a top 5 finish or top 10 finish at that. So let's see. I got my points list right here.
Nate's battling, buddy.
Nate is battling.
Oh, Christian Vargas is playing a role.
Vargas is 3 wide on the inside. Nate's on the outside.
Christian Vargas just playing spoiler. Got nothing.
He's putting Charles in the middle, and the middle is not Charles's preferred line. But you can see Nate is just not able to get much of a run there on the exit. 2 laps to go. Charles will clear Nate Rogers for the race lead. But I just wanted to touch on it. So Zach Rogers in 17th would get 26 points. 17 is the magic, or 18 is the magic number for Baranauskas to take the points lead, though she gets it on tiebreaker nonetheless. So that would put her at finishing 5th, would give her enough points to take the points lead back. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, 5th. Vargas will drive by and get himself a lap back, but Charles Sanford has been the man all day long. As Baranauskas and Ellison fight for positions back there inside the top 10. Charles Sanford will get career win number 6 in his, I think you said, 10th win between both Cup and Trucks on the year. Charles Sanford gets it done at Atlanta. And look at this mess for 3rd place and on. And a load of photo finishes there and crucial points. Baranauskas will finish in 6th. Zach Rogers comes home 17th. I believe that gives Rogers a 1-point advantage going into Papyrus.
Yeah, that battle's going to heat up all the way to the end of the season. There's no doubt.
Look at those margins. Cage to Friesen, 13 1/1000ths of a second. Downey to Baranauskas, 7 1/1000ths of a second. That could be a crucial 3 points for Baranauskas. You never know. Ellison will come home 8th. So I believe that's 38 points. So Ellison will gain 12 points. That'll put him 44 points back of Zach Rogers, but he will lose a total of 4 points to Baranauskas. That'll put him 43 points behind her. So he has got work to do in these last 3 races. Vince, let's go through your top 10 rundown. Charles Sanford, Nate Rogers, Donovan Cage, Carter Friesen, Gatlin Downey, top 5. Audra Baranauskas, Henry Sanford, James Ellison, Allison Rain, and rookie Laura Chung finishes inside the top 10. So we had an incident-free race. We'll see you guys for the Digital Storm Cup Series tomorrow. 75 laps of action, and I believe a definite 2-stopper. So strategy should be interesting to watch, as it was at Darlington. So we will see you guys then.
I don't know.